Hi, boys and girls. The first book that I would like to book talk with you today is Alan Gratz's Refugee. We have a few of this author's books in our library, and this is one of his more recent offerings. This book will be located in the survival section of the library. The book is told from three different perspectives. There's 12-year-old Joseph, who lives in 1938 Nazi Germany, and he is from a Jewish family. And then there is Isabel, who is living in 1994, and her family lives in Cuba. And then there is Mahmoud, who is living in Syria in 2015. Although they live in three different time periods, they share the common trait of being refugees in each of their respective parts of the story. For example, Joseph, we're going to start with Isabel, lives in Cuba with her family, and in 1994, this is during the time when Fidel Castro was the dictator there. And for a brief period of time in 1994, Castro was allowing families to leave Cuba. And so, with the help of her neighbors, Isabel's family, along with the Castillos, who lived next door to them, decided to travel from Cuba to the coastline of Florida, specifically aiming to reach Miami. And the boat that they're going to travel in is one that her neighbors put together in their garage. Not an easy task to cross that body of water in a boat made out of spare pieces of metal. Mahmoud lives in Syria, and it's 2015. There is a great deal of warring and civil unrest in the country, and it's when his apartment building is bombed that his family decides it's time to get out of Syria. Not an easy thing to do. They have to take their life savings and bribe their way through Turkey. And once they reach the coastline of Turkey, their goal is to cross the Mediterranean Sea and reach Greece. From there, by foot, they make their way towards Germany because Germany has agreed to take in Syrian refugees. And along the way, their family meet up with many different obstacles and many people who don't want them coming through their countries. And I think I forgot about Joseph, and I need to go back to Joseph, and I'm sorry about that. I don't think I have a screen for that. I'm just going to tell you about Joseph. Joseph's family, living in Nazi Germany in 1938, want to leave the country because things have become very dangerous for the Jewish people. Hitler is, at that time in 1938, encouraging Jewish families to leave. So Joseph and his family board a ship called the SS St. Louis and make their way across the ocean, hoping to get entrance into Cuba. However, when they arrive there, they discover that Cuba is no longer allowing Jewish refugees from Germany to come in, and they are forced to wait, and then they try to get access into the United States. Now, the really cool thing about this book is at the end of the story, at the end of the book, the author has very skillfully tied all three of these stories together. It's a wonderful book. The settings are based on factual events, although the characters are fictitious. So I would really encourage you to look into reading Refugee.